We had Dan Hooker versus Mateusz Gamrot.
Yeah, fucking hell, man. Goddamn. What a
Dan
fight, dude.
Hooker, dude. Oh my god.
It's
Just
like they knew, dude. Look at this stare down. They
they're
knew.
ready. They're ready. Also, DC, one of the best things he said all night, he said Dan Hooker looks like a creative character from the UFC game because he has
Look,
like the
people
generic
are
tattoo on his chest, the blonde hair. You know he does. Look at
people
him,
are,
dude.
people are shitting on Dan Hooker for the tattoos. I like them. Let him do it, dude. I think they look
Yeah, I
sick.
like
I
him
think
too.
they're all
That's why
high
I put them
quality.
on my character in UFC.
Yeah. But one thing too, DC also said something hilarious earlier in the night where he was like, he legitimately thought City Kickboxing was in Australia, and then Anik was like, "What?" And he was like, "It's not in Australia." And they're like, "It's New Zealand." And he's like, "What? This whole time?" And he's like, "I'm not a geography major," but it's like, bro, what are
That's
you
awesome,
doing, dude?
dude. That's
What are
awesome.
you doing?
Well, hey, starts off uh, something from Hooker, multiple stance switches from him as
Well,
well.
really quick, what did you think was going to happen in this fight going into it?
I
If
thought
you had to just
Gamrot
boil
was
it
going to lay
down,
and pray.
100%. I thought Gamrot
I thought he was
takes him
going to
down.
lay and pray.
Yeah, I thought Dan Hooker. Everyone always says, "Oh, his knee is such a good counter to the takedowns." Never lands it on the takedown. We got to stop saying it. Everybody says
Yeah,
it every single fight. Not gonna happen. It never happens. And I was like, dude, Gamrot's gonna take him down at will, and
which he did in the first round. He took him down.
he's gonna out control him. As soon as he took him down, I was like, no,
Hmm.
here we go. Dan Hooker said, "Fuck you. I'm not accepting this."
I know,
Also,
dude.
just fucking great game planning from Dan Hooker. Like you said, he opens up stance switching a ton. The kicks to the body where I get where he's coming from. I think that's probably not the greatest move. He did get some good ones off, but he also got taken down like 3 times off of his kicks. Uh, Not the greatest technique against a wrestler that you know is going to want to take you down. Um,
He wasn't worried.
wasn't worried because his get-ups were fantastic. Um, but then also because of there's two factors I think. Because the threat of the takedown is so high, we say it all the time. It elevates the wrestler's striking because the other striker is now worried about getting taken down. They don't want to get too careless. They get tuned up a little bit. Gamrot's hands, fantastic.
Yeah.
Early, especially early in the fight, had magnets in him, dude. He was cracking Dan Hooker.
Yeah, and
Cracking.
then Hooker cracked Gamrot in that first round too.
Yeah,
Gamrot has the high guard on here. I know Austin had mentioned how Kai Kara France was able to get past Urseg's high hand,
mm-hmm.
and Hooker did that to Gamrot too, and caught him like right on top of his head, like right above his temple,
Yeah.
and had him on skates for a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Had him up against the fence, had him hurt, dropped him for a second, just like a quick knockdown to a knee, maybe, and then back up. I did also one of the things that I think lended itself to the success, or lended Gamrot to have the success with the hands was I don't know if you picked up on this. Maybe this was in my head, but a lot of Dan Hooker's punches were like either shovel hooks or like uppercuts, or he was throwing from like below his shoulders, his punches. And I
Mm.
think part of that is because he didn't want Gamrot to be able to duck under his punches and
Yeah,
enter
he
on
wanted to.
takedowns. Yeah, so he was like, I'm fine hitting you in like the chest or the shoulders or the neck. I'm hoping you come down to my punches. But because of that, Gamrot was able to throw that overhand
Mm.
over the hands of or over the arms of Hooker a lot. And I think maybe that's why he had a lot more success also. Part of it obviously was the threat of the takedown, but then also I think Hooker's offense was so low that he was able to come over the top and tag him. And it lended itself to being a fucking awesome fight because I did not
Yeah,
expect Gamrot to start piecing up Dan Hooker on the feet in this fight.
yeah, he
Also,
cuts up
this was awesome.
cuts
This
up Dan
butterfly
Hooker,
sweep. Mm-hmm.
and then I think it was in between the second and third round
Oh,
where
we got a picture.
Hooker. Oh man, he looks over at his corner and he goes, "Hey,
he
I love this shit." The way he says it, though.
literally, he's like, "Hey guys." It was literally like, what's the Paul Rudd meme, dude? Where he's like,
Hey,
"Look at
look at
us."
us.
Yeah, he literally. They're like, "Hey
Hey,
man, you're getting too aggressive with this. You're getting this and this." And he's like, "Hey guys, hold on." I have a picture of him cracking up in the corner as they're tending to his cuts, his open wounds, and he's cracking up, dude. He's like, "I love this shit. It's
oh,
so
it's so
awesome, dude."
good, dude. It's so good. But it
Yeah,
like even after that, like I saw it and I was like, "Let's go!" Like I was
same.
so pumped. He stands back up. He starts getting the crowd all pumped. Oh my
Meanwhile,
god.
Anik ruins the moment. Absolutely ruins the moment. Guillotine defense was fantastic too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they follow them to the corner. He's all stoked. They'll look at me, look at us guys. I love this shit. He
Yeah.
starts hyping up the crowd, and it goes, I just want to let you guys know the judge from the previous fight that gave Tuivasa 30-27 has been relieved of his duties, and DC's the round's starting now. We should be all hyped for this fight and fucking in the moment. And DC's like, oh, that's crazy. Have they done that before? I can't think of the last time. And Dominic Cruz is like, that's a good kick by Hooker to start the round, like trying to get him back into the fight. It's like, dude.
Hilarious. Hey, but you know what? I'll take that. They got us information. I'd rather that than him like Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC.
True. It is better than that, but that's a low bar. We could wait till after the fight to talk about that. You know
I
what
had
I mean?
a choice.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, look at this shit.
There's the
Look at him
picture.
cracking up, dude. That's not him screaming in pain. That's him laughing.
Yeah.
The guy he turned into a madman in this fight. And Izzy talks about,
that's a little bit of a psycho moment, no? The way he laughed.
dude, he's maniacal, dude. Izzy talks about how he's like, dude, look, we're all fighters and stuff, but Dan Hooker especially, there's something in that man that like he literally likes inflicting pain and being in there. And part of that is Austin says the photo is hilarious. Looks like they're eye torturing him. It literally looks like those
really
scenes in movies where they torture a soldier and he just like laughs in their face to piss them off even more. But another thing that DC said is in the third round, Gamrot got another takedown and was grinding him up against the fence. And they're talking about the tenacity of Gamrot. And DC said he doesn't just try to beat the man that's in front of him, but he tries to take their fighting spirit. And when he said that, I was like, good fucking luck, dude. No one's taking this fighter spirit from Dan Hooker, dude. It's not happening. Edson Barboza couldn't when he was swinging baseball bats at his belly, dude. You just cannot take it. He's a savage, dude. He's a legitimate psychopath.
Yeah, and it's made him extremely fun to watch.
I know people don't like the way he talks trash and some of this stuff, but like every single time he fights, it's a banger, dude. I fucking love Dan Hooker, dude. He's a savage. TV. I mean, this was a refusal to accept positions. The guillotine, the ninja choke off the takedown was fantastic. Hilarious that it worked against Gamrot, especially because he trains with his striking has gotten better because he trains with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier's anti-wrestling has gotten better because he trains with Gamrot. The fact that he was so susceptible to guillotines on takedown entries when he trains with Dustin Poirier is so funny. Maybe that's why Dustin does it in every fight, because he gets Gamrot with it all the time. And he's like, it will work. It works in the gym all the time against Gamrot.
You're never going to stop.
Yeah.
Fucking good stuff, though, man. What a good fight.
What a fight, dude. What a fight. Split decision, I think, right? Did Gamrot get it on one card, I think? I don't remember.
Yes. It was a split decision.
It was close, man.
It was really close. But I think the right person won.
Yeah. And then he just went off in the interview. He's fucking crazy. I don't know if I've seen
again. Just uncontrollably like a Joker.
Dude, I don't know if I've seen somebody so just visibly on an adrenaline high like that. I mean, just fucking in its purest form. That's a man who enjoys this shit. Like, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Props to Dan Hooker, though.
And props to Gamrot. I think he was pissed. Everyone thought this was going to be a boring fight. And he was like, I can crack too, guys. I'll be excited.
And what, Gamrot was 5th?
Ranked number 5, man. He got passed up for a title shot, in my opinion, too. I feel bad for the guy.
Nice.
I don't know if he gets back there. Yeah.
All right. You want to move on?
Good stuff. Yeah, but like you said, this was the start of like, oh, this is Hooker beat the wrestler, and then Kai Kara-France gets the knockout in the first round. And you're like, is he kickboxing? And Izzy's starting to get on the roll in the third round, and you're like, oh my god,
what a night for City Kickboxing, or morning for them over there.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.